Welcome to
Hello.
Crystal's Journey.
Hello. It's me, man.
I'm Crystal, and there's Vaneriski.
Yeah.
You can hear him, can't see him. This is a podcast about my recovery,
Mhm.
and we have a special guest, Taz,
Yeah, Taz
and
Jurassic.
Jurassic.
They're here again.
They're certainly here, and also George, who does not speak. The
neither
plat,
neither of
my
them
banana
do.
tree,
Neither of them do. Neither of them speak.
Jurassic, and so today, I just want this is going to be a quickie, I think,
Mhm.
because I want to talk about a little situation that I had at work today. So I was humbled at work today because I stuck my nose into someone else's business. And yeah, and I was humbled quite quickly.
Hmm.
And so I'll just I'm not gonna say people's names. I'm gonna use Pig Latin.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, the pig one.
anyways, so here it is. Van's gonna ask me questions, and I'm gonna give you just a brief summary of what happened. So
So
basically, I was at work, and a situation happened with my coworker. He was suspended for a situation, and I'm not going to get into that, but I did not like the situation. I didn't like it that he was suspended. And I said, as he was leaving, he told me, and I said, that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit.
Mhm.
And my two bosses were standing there and they were actually walking by, and I walked my coworker out and I gave him a hug, and I saw my two bosses and I said, that's fucking bullshit to them. And they said, in the office now. And I was like, okay, like I wasn't scared. At that moment, I did not care what was going to happen. I, I get it. I get this chip on my shoulder. Um, I don't know why I do. And I, immediately, when I went into the office, knew I was wrong. And the old Crystal before my fourth and fifth step would have just went with it, would have just been like, and just continued to be mad and would have just rolled with it and taken it and probably would have walked out and taken the day off, or probably gotten myself suspended, or I don't know. I mean, I would have rolled with the whole situation. But they, my boss, the main guy at my employment, uh, started chewing me out, and I immediately said, "You're right." And he was like,
Mhm.
he was taken aback because I'm normally not like that. And he was taken aback. And he was like, well, what? And I said, you're right. I'm wrong. And he was like, okay, well, the next time, and I said, you're right. And I said, you are right. I'm wrong. You're right. I'm wrong. And he was like, okay, well, if this happens again, you're going to get a write up. And I said, you're right. And he said, and if you say the F word again, we're writing you up. And I said, okay, it won't happen again. And it was it. And I was kind of smiling because, not because not because I was being disrespectful, but because it felt so good to admit that I was wrong, because I normally don't do that. And I don't know who this person is that I am becoming. I don't know who who I am anymore. I have no idea what is going on with me. I have no idea.
Okay.
All I know is that I'm changing. It's crazy. I don't know if it's because of my fourth and fifth step. I don't know if it's because God. I don't know if it's the combination. I don't know if it's the AA. I don't know if it's a blue moon or a big moon or the I don't know if it's I don't know if it's the medication from my meds or from my headache medicine. I don't know if it's because I had a stroke last year. I don't know if it's because I'm happy. I don't know what's going on. But I do know this. I am humble. And I didn't cry. The old Crystal would have cried. I would have gotten mad. I would have thrown a fit. I would have walked out of the office and would have gotten everybody involved. I would have acted crazy. I would have just been a lunatic. And they said what they said. I said, "You're right. I'm wrong. You're right. Okay." And he said, "Get back to work." And I go, "Okay." And they said, "Okay." And I went back to work. And I didn't complain about working anywhere at all today. And I haven't complained at all since I've done my fourth and fifth step. And I worked really hard today. And I'm happy. And yeah, I didn't act crazy after that happened. And I'm telling you guys this because when you get humble, when you start to work the program, when you actually start to work the program and you work the steps, it feels really good. It really does. And something happens, and I don't know. I got to tell you, it's just crazy. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. A week ago, last Sunday, if this situation would have happened, it wouldn't have happened like this. It didn't happen like this. Last Sunday, I was acting like a crazy person, throwing fits because I didn't want to do the jobs that they were telling me to do. And I was cussing and freaking out and being a jerk. And so I think that everybody is like, they probably think I had electric shock therapy. I don't know. They're probably wondering if I got cloned and who the hell I am. I don't know. All I know is that it feels really good. And yeah, it's just good. So I just want to pray for my friend, and I hope that the outcome turns out good. And I hope that he gets off a suspension and that his name is cleared and that everything turns out okay. And I'm going to mind my own business from now on. And I'm going to practice the pause that I didn't practice today. It was a very good learning experience today. I should have minded my own business. That's what I learned today. And I will do that from now on because it wasn't my business. And with that, do you have any questions?
Nope. I don't really have any questions. I think that was well explained.
I need to mind my own business, huh?
I guess. Yeah.
Mind your business.
Mind your bit.
Mind your business.
Taz can't do that.
Taz needs to mind his business. Yeah. Mind your business.
He's just watching you.
Well, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Mm-hmm. Have a great day. If you want to ask any questions, feel free. Get a hold of us in the link. Have the best day ever. Like and subscribe.
Like and
Take care.
subscribe.